All right, so this is part two. It's now September the 5th. This is part two of of focus on the technology. And as I said though, if it's and it's Tuesday, September the 5th right now. I woke up and it's a study on my mind. I don't know what I'm gonna do, y'all, about having this stuff as far as trying to be. I was thinking I need to be more organized because I got a couple of I would love to have, I don't know how we would do that though, but I would love to have some roundtables with some people that are like very um knowledgeable, something that would educate people, something that would get us help us to understand more about this mess, what's going on. I'm already in this, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many people out here I feel like that need to understand a little bit more about what's not to scare people. People look at everything as if it's some kind of, scare tactics and stuff. Not to scare people. I hate to scare people, but I think people need to know that it's possible. You know what I mean? People need to know what's there. So, as I said, when the young lady said that about the whoever the person was, I don't know if it's a girl or whoever, that really disturbed me. I mean, that really, really disturbed me because for a second it made me think about too. Do people? Is that what one of the reasons that they do this? People who, if they can um, make some kind of agreement with somebody, that's their opportunity. If they can make some kind of agreement with the gang stalking people, whoever they are and whatever they about, besides money, I know that that's the main thing. The love of money is the root of all evil. So if they can make an agreement enough with the gang stalking people, then that gives them the opportunity to toy with somebody's life, somebody that they hate, or somebody that they may be jealous of, which sometimes could be one and the same. And I hate to put it like that, but truthfully, I think that's probably like the biggest issue that you find with females. Men, I guess men too. It's hard for me to understand men who operate like that, but I guess it's men too. I guess that have that issue with each other sometimes. But I definitely know with women, they definitely like that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I've seen it enough, y'all. Enough. You literally, and the sad part is that you can't even. This is my thing. This is my thing. Anyway, first, before I get into that, let me finish this though. When she said that, it disturbed me because I experienced that same thing, y'all. I swear to God showed me, and then they were showing me in their actions. I was like, oh, that is so odd. I mean, it's extremely odd. You know what I'm saying? To think that somebody, going back to an example that I used about the gang stalking in another video, I forgot the name of the video, but it's about how, um, people how gang stalking is like being kidnapped, right? And if you ever heard people tell their story, survivors of kidnapping tell their stories, right? Of how a lot of times, the kidnappers actually, I would say that people, we imagine kidnapping, somebody's going to hurt them or, kill them. Yeah, possibly, but most of the time, the kidnappers are people who are obsessed with the target, who are thinking that are in love with them, or something psychotic like that. They think that, oh, we're supposed to be together. I just wanted us to be together. I just wanted to be with you. Oh, but I love you. I would never hurt her. These people, y'all, are sick. I mean, really, it's a sickness. So just imagine that now, the kidnapping, because that's what gang stalking is, the same thing. It's y'all, it's virtually the same shit. So now, the kidnapper gets their target, right? They get them down. in the basement of their house or in the attic or wherever they're gonna keep them at, right? Wherever they take them to hide this person. Then they'll be nice. A lot of times they'll be nice at times anyway. They'll beat on them to have them afraid of them, y'all. Or they'll threaten them. They'll tie them up and shit like that. Or, and well, not or, and they will do all that. And they'll be nice at times as well because, like, I don't really want us to be. I just, I really love you, and I've got you some food, and I've done it as if they think that their actions are normal. Yo, these people ain't got no damn sense. Okay, now when she said that, I thought back to a vision that I had. Okay, I had a vision multiple times, y'all, but it's happened over. Let me see. This is September, June, around June, July, August, September, around June that I remember seeing it like this the first time. Because a lot of times I'll have a dream. Well, this was. Wait, let me think. Was it a dream or a vision? And for those who don't know, a dream, well, you know what a dream is when you're asleep and you have a dream. A vision is when you are not sleeping and it's like a flash, or it plays almost like a memory, except it's not something that you've seen happen before, so it's considered a vision. Okay. Yeah, it was a vision that I've had multiple times. So now, my stalker, one of my main culprits in my stalking organization, I guess, whatever you want to call them, I see them with a remote control in their hand. I swear to God. I've seen them several different ways with some papers. I've seen them several different ways. But a couple of times over the past few months, I have seen them in the vision that I've had. I see them with the remote control in their hand. And they are trying to think of different things to do to me. And they're frustrated because apparently whatever the outcome that they wanted, they're not getting that. So, and I'm not kidding y'all, this is my vision. Now, the thing is, I'm not exactly sure what the outcome that they have convinced their I don't know if you want to call them their employees, whoever the gang stalkers are that hurt people, they tell them whatever they tell them, right? My stalker wants to strip me of my essence. They don't want me to be me. They don't want my spirit to exist anymore. They don't want me to exist anymore, y'all. What was frustrating to them is that it still was going. That's what was upsetting them so much. So they have to do more and more and more. And they find they're very insecure people. Very. When you find somebody who's stalking somebody like that, and then especially when you go as far as to kidnap somebody, that means that they literally cannot get over it. So now you got this nutcase, right? And they done got this person that they've been fixated on. That's the crazy part. Sometimes it'll be random, but most kidnappings are not random. Most of the time you got this nutcase that they finally have this person under their control that they've been fixating on. Finally. Y'all, the shit is dangerous. That shit is not good. That shit ain't good at all. Finally, this person been fixating on their target for years, however many years, possibly their whole life. Possibly. And now they actually got this person somewhere where they have access to them, able to abuse them without repercussions, right? And also it's crazy because they're very confused. For one, they abuse them, and at the same time they're trying to be them. That is what fucked me up when the girl said that, because I was like, that's something that God Ben showed me. I say God or source or whatever, however y'all want to call it, that's y'all business. But that's something that I Ben saw in dreams and visions. The whole story done played out for me, right? So you mean to tell me that this is a situation, this is something that can, is toying with people's lives, is something that these gang stalking organizations you know, make very possible for people with real serious illness. Uh, I mean, real illness. When I in my visions, y'all, I saw this. I saw my stalker. I call it the entity with a remote control in her hand. I saw her upset. I've in real life mostly I've seen her upset, but during this whole thing, I've seen the back and forth. I've seen three. I've seen when I say the back and forth, I got to finish my thoughts, y'all, so y'all can understand what I'm saying. I have seen when I say I've seen the back and forth, I mean that I have seen them one way with one behavior, one personality when they are dealing with maybe the gang stalkers. Then another personality when they are having these meetings. There's a group of people. They desperately want it to be me. Desperately, y'all. Desperately, I swear to God. When the gang stalking started, y'all, it was a whole lot. The street theatrics was all surrounding this person and their insecurities. I was around them long enough to know what all kind of dumb shit be going on with them. Y'all, the shit was all around them and their insecurities. The crazy part is that they still, that's still going on today. I swear, all of the street theatrics, it would be something that speaks to their insecurities. Everything was about them. I swear. Which, I mean, shit, that's how I know. For one, that's if you find yourself kidnapped or something, the first thing you better be thinking about is somebody who's obsessed with you. If you're trying to figure out who did it, and start there. That's first. So after that, they would now check this out. They would follow me around, and just simply so that they could fuck people that I may have had sex with. Simply, I swear to God. At first, I thought it was this entity don't want me to have a life. Well, mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it's pleasurable to them. I don't know. But they've destroyed my life. My life is over. So, but not only that, but they fucking around. Y'all, I swear, I'm not kidding. I think that some weird way, these people think that hold on. I think that either they enjoy the idea of fucking somebody that I fucked, because maybe they think that on the surface you would think somebody just trifling, that you follow somebody just so that you can fuck behind them, and that is true. They are trifling, but also I think that they got some kind of thing in their mind where to them it's like, okay, think about Michael Jackson or somebody, right? If Michael Jackson slept in this room where I'm at, this hotel room, I would be so lit. Like, oh my God, Michael Jackson slept in here. You know what I'm saying? So I honestly do feel like part of it is that they be thinking that somehow makes them, as if that makes him, like, as if because I'm sleeping in this room and Michael Jackson slept in here, that makes me closer to him somehow. So I feel like that is their thing, except for that a part of that type of mentality, I do believe is what drives them also. Now, do it make sense? Of course not. I'm not a fucking celebrity. Michael Jackson is like an icon. But y'all, all I can say is that this is what the experience been, right? The shit is crazy. But, and then people be so surprised when shit don't make sense. It's not gonna make sense when you are dealing with people with mental illnesses. These motherfuckers ain't normal. Listen, you don't even need for nothing else to go on. Just the kidnapping by itself is enough to let you know that the people ain't fucking normal. Normal people don't kidnap people. Why the fuck would they acquest you so that they can torture you in the first place? That shit by itself ain't normal. Okay? And then, so now, any of the other stupid shit that you discover about your abusers, don't be too surprised, because they done showed your ass that they about retarded in the first place. That's all I got to say. That bothered me a lot when I heard her say that. I was like, because y'all, it was a really big thing, and they needed. Oh yeah, wait a minute, that's not all I got to say. So it's like as they go along, right? Every little thing they want to strip your confidence. They want to strip. They choose things. They choose activities or abuse tactics so that they can break you down. They want to. They desperately want to change your personality type. They want it themselves. Y'all, when I tell you, it don't take this for me to know that. I had the displeasure, I had the misfortune of actually being around somebody and watching them do that. Y'all, I swear to God, I watched them do that shit. It freaked me the fuck out. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I'm talking about being around somebody who was mirroring like a child would. The way you ever seen a little kid who's with their, with playing with their auntie or their big cousin or something, and they're walking behind them, they're copying everything, because that's what little kids do. That's what you're supposed to do until you're about 15, 14 or younger, however old, how old before they stop doing that? 10, 12, something, somewhere 15, 16 years old, something like that. When now we're talking about a woman that was almost 50 years old. I swear to God, y'all, she was mimicking me often, and that bothered me a lot, and it confused me because I was like, why is she doing that? What does that mean? I couldn't figure that out. Now you talking about you add gang stalking to the mix. Okay. When they have control over your life like this, they've completely ruined my life. Now listen, this is another way that I know that the sickness, y'all, it's born out of sickness. My life is completely ruined. Do you know that the motherfucker still ain't gone yet? That's because they can't stop. The motherfucker can't stop, y'all. This is something I knew about this personality type and the illness that they have. Way before the gang stalking even started, I knew that. That's the reason I stopped all communication, because I was like, fuck this. I knew that this person would be a danger to me. I been knew that, y'all. Been knew it. So now let me tell you, if you know somebody who's not good for you, whether you deal with them or not, if you deal with them, you need to stop. And if you've already stopped dealings with that person, then you need to make sure that you got yourself real good and separated or whatever, and make sure that you got good people around you that actually love you, that's not full of shit on some bullshit or something, or that's not this. Oh,